You fresher. Oko kugu woman no down. Oguni obudum oguni ne fie. Onya kura. Feeling onya kura.
I'm living with this physics.
So several tafacha I don't know yenti na Yakupon ma several few who know aba. Into a few who ba nche baby order for corner nimpanti da mankano. On Franco. Into so one put down the ono monyo kra.
Grandma Alice, Afok Badaga, and their neighbors at the Italy floods here at Tema community too are all angry as they describe their uncomfortable realities. As senior citizens who experienced the Tema sewer system when it was first constructed 57 years ago during Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's era, they regret what has become of the once efficient sewer system.
Until them Yaba half-face. Jay. Well, in Hoshi.
Say, I joke.
Say, until you're fresh or yeah, cafe for Bobby, what charging you? Trick.
Well, I know what you
eh? Mamma 1.2. Bia, or say, Bia 1.1, what charging
In early 70s. We don't have these sewage problems. But now it becomes very bad. It becomes very bad.
How bad is it?
If you flush the water, it will not go. Yes, if you flush, it will not go. Until we go engage some other people. They will move the hole before it will flow. But not quite long, then it choke again.
The chambers are choked. The sewer does not flow to pumping station 2, where treatment begins. It's been frustrating for the local government officials here as they help empty the chambers with trucks.
Yeah, the sewer system is a problem. Actually, we are encountering a lot of problems because you can see what is happening now. The line is not moving. It's choked. So sometimes we need to relieve from such things what you see. You understand? But the sewer there, for me, it's almost about 30 years now that we are having a sewer problem. For now, the Tema sewer is all is kaput. I mean that all is spoiled. For now, it is not going through. We don't have the line that goes exactly to the pumping station because some of the people are built on the lines.
This chamber has just been emptied, revealing its fecal content. But close to it is a kitchen where food is being cooked on commercial scale. The cooks here will not talk to us, but Bernard Nyakung, who has lived here for more than 20 years, tells me he has been recently knocked down by typhoid fever due to the unsanitary conditions here.
It's very bad, and for health-wise, it's affecting a lot of typhoid and other stuff. It's very bad here.
You get those kind of cases?
Yeah. I've even had typhoid before recently. Yeah, I went to some treatment, 2 weeks, antibiotics.
What do you smell now?
Very bad odor, which is very bad.
More chambers have been choked for years, partly due to the activities of residents who flush out foreign materials like sanitary pads, T-shirts, plastic waste, among others. Even though these trucks can extract the content of choked chambers, the activities of squatters who encroach sewer lines make such an alternative an impossibility. This chamber I'm standing on connects the sewer line behind me all the way to pumping station 2 where the sewer gets treated. But as you can see behind me, all these structures are on the line, and so when those who work on it come, they cannot access because they cannot literally extract its content. All these structures are sitting on the sewer line.
Anytime we are pie.
Now, a day was Monsieur Hay, I wore sewer line no so into a bed and yet me a bomb.
This year has a car park in Nanya with a boy say and Tasokakala. She say, now baby, she say, more a tuna, year, movie, and a car to back.
Sewage system have been giving us a lot of problems. It's always overflow because the old pipes, the Nkrumah times pipe, has been flattened at this point. So anytime that it flattens, it even comes under the building. Yes. So that's the challenging that we are facing. It was only last Sunday that they came to dig this thing to remove some.
How does it affect you when it spills?
Well, all these places gets the scent becomes nuisance.
The sewer lines that function empty waste here. Pumping station 2. For the many that do not function, the trucks carry their content and release them here as well. Pumping station 2 for segregation. However, treatment plants do not function. Hence, the use of a manual system. The use of trucks to carry sewage do not prove very healthy as it appears here at Pumping Station 3. Before the contents of the sewer is discharged into the sea, it definitely goes through the communities. As you can see, this pipe here connects through this station, and then its content sort of spills into the community here where people live and work. And this bridge actually is already choked. You can imagine when it rains, whatever is here is going to spill into the community, and the health hazards this will pose to the people of community 2 can only be imagined. There are 7 of these ponds here at Tema Community 3. When sewer is treated from homes within the Tema communities, it's supposed to be discharged here and then released after they've been treated and stored here, released through pipes you typically see around Sakumono, and then discharged into the ocean. But these ponds, as I see them, have become avenues for overgrown reeds, weeds, trees, a refuse dump site, and a place for open defecation, as well as a playground for children. This is the Sakumono Lagoon. If you've used the Tema Beach Road, you would have been hit by some repugnant smell. It typically comes from here. It is said that because the sewer from Tema is discharged into the sea through the lagoon, it gets here and it's so bad. But if this were treated, you could have driven past and not be hit by that offensive smell. So how widespread is the problem of non-functioning sewer systems in Tema? I moved from communities 2 and 3, categorized under the southern basin of Tema together with the harbour, to community 5. Communities 5 to 12 are all categorized under the western basin of Tema, and residents here share their experiences relating to the central sewer system.
I've been living here since 2017 here. And when we came here, I think around May, it started raining. That's when we realized that whenever it rains here, it overflows, and then the sewer, there's a spillage, and we are mostly affected because we have the central or the main manhole in our house. So by then I was pregnant. I even got an infection, a disease because of that. Yes. So even the doctor asked me why. So I had to be on medication, and even when it was continuing, these kids can't go out. I think 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago, I had to take them to the hospital in the night because it had overflowed again. And then the inhaling and other things had caused a lot of reaction in the children. So around 12, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we were in the hospital because of this thing. We can't breathe. It's unbearable. The stench is bad.
I live in Community 5 on an AM road. Sometimes when it rains, right, we have a difficulty with our sewage system. And because of the way it was arranged, when it rains, the pipeline is very small that it gathers all the rubbish into this place and then it's choked. That's all.
So when it chokes, how does it look like and how does it affect you?
It's overflow. And sometimes it's so unbearable that you see it.
Away from the southern basin of Tema, I find a heavily polluted stream mixed with industrial waste and fecal matter at the Kpong neighborhood of the port city of Tema, where the Sonun Asogli thermal plant is located. I discover a pipe and a manhole overflowing with fecal matter.
I see human excreta released into this stream that empties itself into the ocean. Looking into the ocean, the tip of it looks very dark, telling you just how toxic the water body has become as a result of the chemical waste, human excreta, and sewer that has been released into the stream. The stench emanating from this side of the stream, repugnant. What you see here is not some dirty diesel or something of that sort. It is the untreated human excreta, sewer, and chemical waste coming together and flowing, emptying itself into the oceans. And you can clearly tell that the color of the ocean changes when this mixes with it. However, with all its state, these kids are having a field time swimming.
Residents of Tema believe they deserve better, and the time is now.